Bacteriology of food. The foodborne infections are a significant public health problems since they may be a major cause of morbidity, although fortunately an infrequent cause of mortality. So they may be a major cause of morbidity, but they infrequently cause mortality. Food is very easily contaminated, and the food is an excellent medium for the growth of various kinds of microorganisms. The patterns of foodborne infections are influenced by factors such as food preferences, awareness by physicians and the public, and laboratory capabilities. For example, in USA, the Staphylococcus aureus and the Salmonella account for more than 50% of the foodborne outbreaks of the disease. Whereas in UK, Clostridium perfringens is responsible for over 90% of the foodborne infections prevalent over there. And in Japan, the Vibrio parahemolyticus accounts for more than 50% of such outbreaks. So in USA, the more common organisms are Staphylococcus aureus and Salmonella, which account for more than 50%. In UK, Clostridium perfringens is responsible for more than 90%, and in Japan, Vibrio parahemolyticus is responsible for more than 50% of such outbreaks. Next, let's see two definitions. First is outbreak of foodborne disease. So, an outbreak of foodborne disease is said to have occurred when two or more persons experience similar illness, usually gastrointestinal manifestations, after ingestion of the same food as the source of the illness. So, this is called as outbreak of foodborne disease. The next definition is food poisoning. What is food poisoning? It is a group of diseases caused by consumption of food which is contaminated with microbes or microbial toxins. And the food poisoning is usually caused by bacteria. This is called as food poisoning. A group of diseases caused by consumption of food containing microbes or microbial toxins, usually caused by bacteria. Let's see the source of food contamination. First is feces. The feces may contaminate food directly through the hands of the infected person or indirectly through the objects which he has handled. So first is feces. Next is sewage. The water used for cooking may have been contaminated by the sewage. The third is flies. The flies carry pathogenic organisms from the feces or from the waste in refuse dumps or dustbins to the food, and they also contaminate the food by their excreta. The next is hands of infected individuals who are either infected or who are carriers, and those who handle the food. Next is air. Contamination of uncovered food by the organisms present in air and the dust which settle on it. So the sources are feces, sewage, flies, the hands of infected individuals, and air. The last source is domestic animals and pets. So they contaminate food by their excreta directly or indirectly through the hands of the persons handling animals. These are the sources of contamination of food. Coming to the lab diagnosis of suspected foodborne infection or food poisoning. First step is clinical history. Careful and detailed history should be taken to eliminate unlikely cases altogether. So taking history is very important. Second is the samples for investigation. The samples collected include the food consumed, the vomitus and the feces from the affected person. Third step is the investigation of the samples collected. Direct microscopy is performed for detecting the presence of parasites. Culture of the samples for the detection of bacteria and other microorganisms. Tests for detection of bacterial toxins. Analysis of food products to determine the total microbial count and to detect the presence of coliform bacilli. The lab diagnosis of suspected foodborne infection or food poisoning includes three major steps. One is evaluating clinical history. Second is collecting samples for investigation. And the third is investigation of the samples collected. Lastly, prevention of foodborne infections. Food may be contaminated prior to cooking. So to overcome this, while cooking, heat has to penetrate all parts of the food so that all the bacteria are killed. Reheated foods are often the sources of food poisoning, particularly if they have been contaminated by enterotoxin producing Staphylococcus aureus. Since heat does not affect heat stable enterotoxin produced by the bacteria, the Staphylococcus aureus produces a heat stable enterotoxin which is not affected by the heat. The imperfectly or undercooked foods can be a potential source of danger. Overall, hygiene practices must be maintained and the water used must come from protected or certified water supplies. So these are the ways to prevent the foodborne infections. This is all about bacteriology of food. Thank you.